What's going on, guys? Last night's WWE Monday Night Raw Labor Day edition, September 1st, 2014, live in Iowa. Well, I want to give my quick thoughts on the show, some rundown of what's coming on next week's pay-per-view worthy show. We have a couple SummerSlam rematches, Randy Orton going up against Roman Reigns, and we have a huge steel cage match between Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt. So the match may not be happening at Night of Champions. They both are tied with one win. The match may be happening next week on Raw. That might be the final match between the two. Um, I'll keep you updated what's next to come with that feud, but nonetheless, let's jump right into last night's Monday Night Raw. The show opened up with a segment between the six-man tag that was later announced for the night. Triple H said it isn't best for business to have the Night of Champions match between Brock Lesnar and John Cena. John Cena was furious, saying he invoked the rematch clause and Triple H authorized it, and if Triple H thinks of backing down that challenge, John Cena will sue the WWE and he will be the next COO. That then made a match for later in the night: Randy Orton, Kane, and Seth Rollins versus John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Chris Jericho. The first match of the night was the Miz and Cesaro defeating Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus. After the match, Ziggler and Sheamus they had the momentum, and Ziggler was about to pin the Miz, but the Miz is stunt double. Damien Mizdow, entered the match as the stunt double, distracting Ziggler and allowing the Miz to come out from behind, hitting the skull-crushing finale and winning. Throughout the night, a series of growing up Bella promos aired, with Nikki Bella explaining how Brie has been an awful sister to her throughout their lives. A Divas six-woman tag team match happened. And it was just hyping up Total Divas Season 3, so nothing really too big there, but looking forward to Total Divas this Sunday night, September 7th. Mark Henry and The Big Show defeated the Wyatt family of Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. After the match, they won by disqualification when Rusev interfered and kicked Henry, further hyping that feud. Jack Swagger defeated Curtis Axel with the Patriot Lock. After the match, Bo Dallas brought out a panel of people who've been negatively affected by Swagger's loss. One guy had to sell his farm or something, bet that month's salary that Swagger would beat Rusev at SummerSlam. It was actually pretty funny, but nonetheless, Jack Swagger got the win over Axel. Adam Rose defeated Titus O'Neil in a pretty big match. In a pretty nothing really happening there, just a time filler of mid-card guys. Always good seeing the mid-card guys, but Adam Rose defeated Titus O'Neil as Titus was distracted by Heath Slater fighting the Bunny, allowing Rose to roll him up and pin him. Rusev defeated Zack Ryder. Your boy Zack Ryder was on Raw last night, but sadly poor Ryder won. Poor Ryder was destroyed by Rusev, as Rusev won with the Accolade very quickly. After the match, Mark Henry showed up and threatened to induct Rusev into the new international wing of his Hall of Pain. So I'm looking forward to the Mark Henry Rusev feud. Hopefully Mark Henry will be the first one to stop Rusev's undefeated streak. So we shall see what happens and when exactly it does. We then had a backstage segment with Big Show and Mark Henry. Big Show telling Mark not to forget about their tag team, as they will be a huge tag team for the future. Henry said he won't forget about it, but first he has to take care of Rusev on his own. Stephanie McMahon granted Nikki Bella a Divas title shot, which brought out her sister Brie Bella, AJ, and the Divas champion Paige. Nikki told Brie that if she really loved her, she would quit and never show up again. That led Brie to get very angry because Nikki kept calling her a quitter, and Brie smacked Nikki and knocked her into Paige, and AJ and Stephanie got in each other's faces after Paige was knocked down. AJ picked up the Divas Championship belt, and this further announces for this Friday Night SmackDown, Brie Bella will go up against Divas Champion Paige. So now we have the Divas Championship involved in this sister storyline. Goldust defeated Jey Uso. Goldust won with the final cut. After the match, Goldust and Stardust attacked the Usos, hitting Jey in the leg with a chair. That led WWE.com to post a storyline injury on Jey Uso with the knee. So we'll see how this affects the Usos, the Tag Team Championships, and Goldust and Stardust trying to get those championships. John Cena, Roman Reigns, and Chris Jericho defeated Kane, Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins in the huge six-man tag main event. Roman Reigns speared Kane to get the win for his team. John Cena then gave an attitude adjustment to not only Kane, which you see on your screen, but to Seth Rollins onto the announce table right in front of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, who were watching ringside. So John Cena gets the further momentum 2 weeks in a row going into Night of Champions, their WWE World Heavyweight Championship match against the Beast, the current champion, Brock Lesnar. We also have a Michael Sam invitation on Raw next week. Now, I'm not too sure if he will appear. Apparently, they're going to give him an open mic to explain his side of the story and why he was released by the Rams and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's interesting because they're saying it's not just because he was gay, but because he wasn't a good player, and they also released other draft picks. So I don't know how you guys are reacting. I don't really know. Didn't really look up much into the story. Not quite of a Rams fan, but that was Monday Night Raw last night, September 1st, 2014. We will see how John Cena goes into Night of Champions in the next couple weeks as he's been getting the momentum for the last two.